Hi everyone! I'm Pompon, I'm a Gyaro VTuber who sits in your garden like a cat and gnome. Today in the unusual to me content video, me and my friend Madrev were trying to figure it out how to set up poses in VNyan without them just being like your heads. And we couldn't at first find any tutorials or like actual videos. So I thought we could try to figure it out with VRM posing, because that's how previously we were sending out a signal purely straight to VNyan, but it was still buggy and didn't exactly went as planned. So me and him sat down together and figured it out how to properly send out the poses, so it's full body poses you guys can send into your VNyan and save it and use as either redeems, toggles, or whichever you would need for your streaming. Also, before we go in, I try to make it as compile and shorter video as I can. So I apologize if I stutter or make longer pauses. I'll try to edit it out. Okay. So first of all, what you would need besides VNyan updated, your model uploaded, set up, and everything, you would need your VRM posing, of course. You would need the graph I posted in the description in this video. It's very easy to set up. You just need to load your graph in a new made graph. I suppose we can immediately start with a little PSA. If any of the graphs are gonna be locked, of course, remember you can just unlock them or lock them and move around, whichever you want. I try to make the graph as compiled and easy to read with lots of notes, so hopefully everything will be readable. But if you guys have any questions, make sure to post them under the video, and me or Madrev will get back to them as fast as we can. So if your model is in weird pose or you need to reset, I always recommend people have the hotkey to reset your VNyan, stop animating motions or music, or clear the pose, which will be the most important. If you have any props that's showing any fast, unhide them. There's gonna be in the redeem, but you can always open the prop video, pick the prop you have on, and hide it this way. Okay, so the most important thing in this video was how to even save the poses. You wishes to have either full body, half body, etc. So this is the simplest ever graph I had to make. Okay, so first of all, prep work I recommend to make sure your VRM posing works. You have your root. It's sending the data to your VNyan, which now should make me T-pose. Exactly. I have the tracking on. So another, make sure you have a dedicated folder for the poses, either in VNyan itself folder or separate like I do right in front of in my 3D shenanigans folder, to make sure everything is safe and sound and you can export it and upload it whenever you need and pick it. So firstly, what tripped me the most was I thought I need to have the tracking on to pose, which technically yes, if you want only track your hands, like you see, hands, no legs and everything, just the hands poses for your streaming purposes with VRM. But what you would need to do is actually turn off your tracking, and that will make save the whole and pose the whole model. So let me quickly show you guys. I have my different cozy outfit, but that shouldn't interfere. I have lots of poses. You can either pose them yourself or grab the downloaded or your favorite, which I already had. The sitting pose. When you pick the pose and posed it exactly how you want it to look like both in VNyan. I always like double check, even though like those are two different models. I pose them, it looks as good as it can. And the only thing I would need to do is do not turn your tracking or anything, keep it as that. Everything looks good. I will save the file. I have my dedicated folder in front of the VNyan. You can also have it, like I said, inside the pose. Picking the folder you saving all of your poses. Do not change the name yet. Keep it as a pose. You can rename it afterwards, so it for sure saves as a JSON file. What I had an issue whenever I was naming them right here. I was changing, it was not saving as a JSON file. So you just need to save it as it is. Send signal. Double check if it's saved on your stuff. I have the pose and you can rename it whichever you want. You need the JSON at the end of it. So let's say fantasy. There you go. And we have a saved pose. That's all you need to do to have the pose. You can, like I said, you can rename it, you can put it anywhere you need, but always make sure it's saved. Okay, when you saved and everything, you can now turn off your tracking. And I have prepped my already existing pose, so I'll just do this. Now you can, yeah, the pose is cleaned. Now you can do your usual place of the camera. Okay, I'll pose it right now so we can see everything. Okay, now turn back on your tracking. It will take a second. There we go. I'm back. So yeah, this one has a prop in it, but if you don't need the prop to be on, you can just either copy the whole box and just repost it without and delete the node without the prop. Why I have the prop is because I have very cutesy plushies. I'll show you guys the pose. And yeah, so I'm holding like Hatsune Miku. It's not exactly perfect by any means, but like it's way better than I would be just sending the shenanigans. So, and you can clean it very easily. I would recommend to set up, if you want like reuse the poses, the props, etc. as a fast click before stream, you can set up the hotkeys for both cleaning the poses and hiding the prop back, and and showing the prop and setting up the pose. As easy as it looks, you just need to make sure your prop it's like in perfect place you want it to be. It's either linked to exact place you want, set up. And with the poses, all you just need to do is click the load button, pick the poses you want it to show, which I have the holding Miku plushie. And as easy as I already did, it's just like one click, send signal, or like one hotkey, and you have it working. You can set it up as the same hotkey, but I just recommend also just sending the signal is easier, make sure it works. And yeah. With the prop and pose being as a redeem, I have like two ways how to do that. With the help of Mix It Up, which is a very good streaming support bot in your chat that I recommend everyone always to have it with Seribot on top of it. But if you don't have a Mix It Up option, I also set up a small graph for both Twitch and YouTube with the option of using it as a redeem name. Everything should work, but always double check and make sure it's working for you, is set up with your model, etc. Linked, your connection work, and everything. Graph may look a little bit chaotic, especially for the mix it up. For mix it up, always make sure it's connected with your VNyan. It's sending the signal. All your commands should work. For it to be as a redeem, make sure you pre-made the redeem either here on VNyan, which you can do in the connection on the Twitch itself. On YouTube, not necessarily it's gonna be a redeem. It's more gonna be a command, which you don't need to make it in Mix It Up. You can, of course. It's gonna be easier on you to keep track. But like I said, pre-make the redeem. Make sure you can redeem it. It's working over on Twitch, and you can test it whenever. You don't need to necessarily be live for that. So if you set up your Mix It Up command redeem, which is, it should be pre-made. You either can make, like I said, new command, add to the existing one, whichever is easier for you. You need to make sure it's only for the broadcaster, meaning you, because this redeem uses a text message that's gonna pop up in your chat. So it's either your like emote, silly text that's gonna pop up for both sides on the Twitch and YouTube. For Mix It Up, make sure it's a chat message sent by the streamer. Put the text you wishes for it to be. It's gonna be any silly, like for me, it's an emote I have for the 7TV. Make sure it's put in the compare value text. You have the message like that. The message is sent. It's gonna pop up your prop, which like I said, make sure you previously set up the prop calmly. Everything is looking nice. It will set it as a visible, or just leave it empty, or delete the node if you don't want the prop to be. If you want the pose, like I said, just click load. Make sure it's all nice. Those are the parameters that work for my model. Make sure to always set them for your. If anything, it will be too stiff, too movable. You can always adjust those anytime. This redeem is set as a timely thing. When the time passes, which will be 5 minutes, you can set it up shorter or longer. It will clear the pose and set hidden your prop. As easy as that. For the Twitch, however, if you want it to be as a redeem, it's even easier. You just need to make sure everything is connected. For YouTube, it will be the exclamation point command, and everyone is set to be using it. For if you want in the Twitch, and only you can use it, make sure it's set as a broadcaster. I'm skimming through accidentally or not through some stuff, so if you have any questions or anything, make sure to read all the little notes I set up aside. It's everything one dot to dot overly explained. Especially if you are a beginner in VNyan, just like I am, that needed help. Hopefully that's gonna help with everything easy. Redeems. I usually, like I said, recommend it to have it as a toggle for yourself, but if you want cutesy poses for people to spin you around, etc., to make sure everything is working correctly and connected. So again, the graph is gonna be in the description. All the coding and setup was helped thanks to my friend again, Madriv. Everything besides VRM posing is free and public knowledge, so you guys can find any other tutorials or question to answer directly under the Google or GitHub or whatever forum you might need, or straight from a VNyan creator on their Discord. So yeah, if you have again any questions, it's more easy than it looks. The graph may look scary, but me, who's a beginner, could set them together, set them up and use them, no problem. I'm sure you also will be able to use them If you need any help, any questions, make sure to post them in the comment section. If I skimmed through anything, I apologize. Every text that little messages I included should explain step by step everything. And yeah. Thank you again for watching. I'm sorry if I mumbled over my words. I rarely make content like that. I usually stream on Twitch, on YouTube, every other day. If you wanna check out my content, make sure to drop by. Thank you!